come from? Did you go get this?
Hi guys, how are you all doing today? So Phoebe the Weird Noise is back. Oh, I'm so excited to be back here today. Anyway guys, so I have so many Cambodian snacks. I think somebody he never had it before. Anyway, so we have these. This one it's called in Cambodia it's called num price, but I think in English it's called like just flavor cookies, but they don't really taste much.
It looks just like a cracker, like a saltine cracker.
Yeah, in Cambodia it's called like num price, and this one is waffle. That's what you said.
Is it Cambodian?
Yeah, well, the package is not Cambodian, but in Cambodia we eat a lot of those, especially like on the bus rides and stuff. At the bus station, you can just buy those. And this is really Cambodian snack. It's called nom dang câu, or it's like in English it's called. So they call mixed flavor cookies in English, but in Cambodia it's like called nom dang câu.
Mixed flavored cookies. That's pretty general.
I know.
That doesn't really
And
tell you what
then
it is.
this one is really cool. This one really like Cambodian snack. It's really hard to bite. In Cambodia we call it num proat.
Yeah, this one looks like it's like a soft donut, but it's
Yeah,
like
and also
hard.
we have the egg rolls. And guys, this is my favorite. It's
Wait, these are egg rolls?
yeah, that's what they call it, right?
Huh.
Okay, so this is the tamarind, but they put it in sugar and some a little bit of pepper, so made it a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet. So it's gonna taste really amazing. And also today we're going to do the show talk about how me and my husband met, because we got a request from one of my subscribers and asked us to do this show together. So here we are. We're going, but first we're going to try some. He's always giving me a weird look when I said something. I'm not weird. Anyway, so, but first we're going to try some snack a little bit first to see which one you want to try first.
I kind of want to try these crackers to see if they're anything different than saltines. They're
no,
just like...
this one, just so you know, they don't taste like anything. But
It's like saltines.
No, they're not salty.
No. They're exactly like saltine crackers. That's the name of the brand.
Ah,
Saltine.
okay. Saltine. Okay.
They're not so salty, but they're just like...
Yeah, they're not salty, but they're like really good. I love this because when you bite them, when you eat them, you don't feel thirsty or you don't feel like too sweet. It just tastes like nothing, but it's still good. You know, nothing, but still good.
Maybe less salt than a saltine.
Yeah, probably. Do you want to try the turmeric? Turmeric?
So what? This is like sweet and spicy?
Yeah, let me show one second. Yeah, so that's how it looks like.
And there's seeds. Very hard seeds.
Yeah.
It's good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But with so much sugar.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's good.
Okay, so you want to try these?
Yeah, are they hard?
They're not really hard. They're kind of like powdery.
Powdery?
Yeah, and they have so many colors. They have like pink, white, and then green and yellow. They have 4 different colors.
Are the colors different flavors, or are they just...
They're just the same.
Just like M&Ms, they all taste the same, they're just different colors. And if you're one of those people that think M&Ms taste different depending on the color, you're wrong.
Okay. So, we should talk a
Those are
little bit how we met.
Do you want to tell the truth or tell the story that we always tell everyone else?
Is there a different story between the truth and the talking?
I'm just kidding.
Gosh.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah. So, okay, maybe I can ask you a question and you can answer this, so that very easy. So, anyway, so long short story, we met in Cambodia too.
Wait, what long short story? I think you're trying to say the long story short. Yeah.
Long story short.
Is it a long short story, or maybe it's a short long story?
So we met in July 2011. So we met in July 2011 in Cambodia, Siem Reap, Cambodia, where I used to work. So my question is, what are you doing in Cambodia? All the way to Cambodia.
I was there to see the temples. Well, okay. I was living in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam at the time. I was taking a course as part of my PhD. I don't know how in-depth to go. Anyway, I was living in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam for the summer, taking a course at the University of Ho Chi Minh City. We had about a 2-week break, and immediately I knew I wanted to go to Cambodia because, you know, I'd been in Vietnam and was living there and stuff, so it was my chance to travel. So I went straight to Phnom Penh first, and then I really wanted to see the temples of Angkor Wat. If you guys don't know what that is, Google it. They're absolutely amazing.
We're promoting Cambodia right now.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, they are really, really spectacular. But I went to go see them, and so that's what I was doing, Siem Reap, Cambodia.
Yeah. Anyway, so you went to Cambodia because you lived in Vietnam for 3 months to do some part of the course for your PhD. At that time, he lives in Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
And then, so how... Oh, wait, before we get to that, let's try this hard one first.
Yeah. These look like donuts. Here, wait, let me show you. So these look like they're going to be like soft donuts, but they're actually very hard.
Anyway, guys, so we're going to try this. Oh.
They're good.
Anyway, so this called num prot in Cambodian, and it's so hard. I mean, like, I feel like my teeth coming out at some point. I keep eating this every day.
I think that's an exaggeration. They're not that hard.
Oh, really? That sound is not really hard.
They're a little bit hard. They're good though.
It's my childhood snack.
It's got this glaze on it like a donut.
Yeah.
It's like a donut type glaze.
So, so you went to Cambodia, blah, blah, blah. So how did you end up meeting me at the gallery where I worked?
Yeah, so I was walking down the street, and this American guy recognized me as being Western and struck up a conversation with me. I think we were just like looking at something for sale on the sidewalk, and he was like, "Oh, this is interesting." Blah, blah. And we got to talking, and he lived there. He volunteered at an orphanage in Cambodia. He also worked at the War Museum, and he was just doing a bunch of different stuff in Cambodia. It was pretty interesting. So I was really interested in this guy. You know, we were hitting it off and just talking. And he wanted to take me to the orphanage, and I was really interested in going, you know. And anyway, it was pretty much like he goes, I'm on my way to see my friend. You can just chat with me while we walk. And I was like, okay, because we were having a good conversation. So I went, and the friend he was going to see was... So, yeah, I mean, it was really a chance encounter. So I remember walking into the art gallery, and I was like, wow, that girl is... it's really something. And I remember...
It's really something.
Yeah, I remember immediately, my next thought was, yeah, but I'm sure, you know, girls like that, they've always got a boyfriend.
And then, almost immediately...
I heard, oh, you'd recently broken up with your boyfriend, and you were, like, a bit upset about it. And
not so upset, just a little bit.
Yeah.
We were, like, really boyfriend. We dated for, like, 3 months, and...
So my thought was, well, if you ever have a chance, now's the time. So...
Okay, come back. Okay, so my next question is, how did we end up dating?
Yeah, I think then the American guy that had introduced us kind of set up a double date with him, and he was interested in another girl. I think he masterminded this whole thing. So he was interested in another girl, but she wouldn't go out with him just alone, which is quite normal in Cambodia. That might sound bad in America, like she's not interested, but in Cambodia, it's quite normal.
Cambodia is really like different
Yeah,
story and stuff.
there's different traditions around dating and stuff. And so it's quite common that you would have a chaperone or you go out on a double date. It's like not until the relationship's a little more serious that you would go out alone.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we went out on a kind of a double date. Was that before or after we went to the orphanage?
I think the first date we went before the orphanage, and then the after that we
That's
just
right.
like know her.
We went out on this double date and it went okay. I mean, it was just, we hung out and got to know each other a little better. But then in this American guy, Andrew, we can say his name. Shout out to Andrew. Hope you're watching, buddy. Miss you. He mentioned that, I'm going to the orphanage tomorrow. If you guys want to go. And we were both interested. Yeah, we want to go. And so we, the next morning, Andrew wanted to take us to the War Museum and the orphanage. And I remember he told me, if we're going to the War Museum, a lot of those guys, they're veterans from the Cambodian War in the late 70s. It'd be nice if you brought them a bottle of whiskey. And we can sit around drinking whiskey after we see the War Museum. And it's like, okay, sure. And he's like, they don't care if it's cheap or whiskey or what it is. And so we went and bought literally a $3 bottle of whiskey. It was the cheapest whiskey I had ever bought. And then so we went to we picked her up and went to the War Museum. And the War Museum is absolutely incredible. If you go to Siem Reap, see the temples and then go to the War Museum. After we got done, we're sitting around with all of these old, veterans. Some of them are missing legs, some of them are missing arms, and they started all drinking whiskey and stuff. It's like late morning, early afternoon, maybe, and they're just drinking glasses of really cheap whiskey.
Yeah.
And
I don't think we care that much.
Yeah, well, normally I would be up for that kind of thing. That's kind of my style, but I was with her and I remember thinking, I better not. So I remember I didn't drink any whiskey that day. And so,
yeah, and then when we first met, I didn't like him at all. Because
I had hair down to here.
Because he had long hair.
It didn't look like this. Where did this go get this? No, I had beautiful blonde hair that was longer than this. It was about this long. And it was curly and blonde. It was gorgeous. All the women were jealous of my hair. But she hated it.
I don't like guys with long hair, to be honest.
Yeah. So I ended up cutting it. Not that long. Not that long into our relationship.
I don't know. It just, in Cambodia, it's guys with long hair is not really a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the Western countries, it's really, really normal for guys to have long hair.
Mm-hmm.
But in Cambodia, when you have long hair and stuff, you look like a gangster or something like that. So it's just different culture.
There's different connotations. Yeah, different culture. But there's a lot of things like that. Cambodia it's a more strict society than the U.S. as far as, keeping traditions and stuff.
In Cambodia, if you grow up in the old time, while you're dating, you cannot boom, boom, boom either.
Boom, boom, boom.
You have to wait until you get married. In Cambodia, but I think things change.
But, yeah, in Cambodia, it seems like, there's certain rules that most people adhere to, and if you do something different, you're kind of a gangster. Here, a lot of teens and stuff will rebel against their parents. They'll be punks and whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean they're that bad. Actually, I want to try one of these. It's not that bad of a thing. Can be sometimes, but in Cambodia, it's really if you step out of line a little bit, it's really a serious thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so after I met you for a while, I went to visit him in Vietnam for
Yeah. Oh, that I was surprised about. So we had met in Siem Reap. We spent maybe a week together, and by the time I left, I was only planning on staying there for a day or two, and every day I'd come back to my hotel and I'd be like, I'm going to stay one more day. And to remember, Cambodia is a traditional society. I knew this. So for the first week, you know, by the end of that week, we were kind of dating, but it wasn't like, yeah, serious. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, I'm going to come see you in Vietnam. And I was like, really? I was so surprised. She had never left the country. She had never been.
Yeah, it's my first time leaving Cambodia for the other countries.
So
Even I had like passport and stuff, but I never go anywhere like Thailand or Vietnam. And so that was my first time going to Vietnam to see him.
And she took a bus for 14 hours to come see me. And that's when I was like, yeah. We got something here.
We got something here. And then...
Oh.
Well...
And then I got sick. When she was in Vietnam, I promised I would take her to the beach. Do you remember that? And then I got food poisoning in Vietnam.
Yeah, I think you eat like chicken burger or something.
Yeah, it was... Okay, so living in Vietnam for 3 months, I ate Vietnamese food every day, never got sick. The one time we stopped into some American-style restaurant and I got like a chicken sandwich. That made me sick. So
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, so
I didn't eat that chicken sandwich, so I didn't get sick.
Yeah.
I ate like something else.
So I was sick as a dog for a couple days there, and we couldn't go to the beach. And she stayed and took care of me, and
even
wanted to see me afterwards. So I was like, "Wow, I did something right."
Or maybe I just want to date you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I must have done something right. I feel like this is a cigar. I feel like Churchill. Okay. We'll fight them on the beaches. We'll fight them on the shores.
Oh my god.
Do you know Winston Churchill?
No.
He smoked a lot of cigars.
Oh, really? Anyway, so after that, before he's going back to Sweden, he went to see me again one more time in Cambodia for like 2 or 3 days before we took a bus to Bangkok, and then you fly from Bangkok to Sweden.
To Sweden.
And then after he got back to Sweden for a few months, he decided to apply for a visa for me to go to visit him in Sweden for 3 months.
It was just, could bring her on a visitor visa.
It
was good.
In
good
Sweden,
for 3 months.
Sweden's really great for like visa and stuff like that. Anyway, so it was my first time seeing the snow in like my whole life. It's like, it was so great, but it also freezing because Sweden, you know, it's so cold. But it was really exciting because, you know, you grew up in Cambodia hot and it's dry and stuff like that. How do you say dry? And then when you like go to Sweden, you like, it's cold, it's snowing and stuff. So it was really a great experience. But also it's hard to live. It's just too cold because I think...
She came there in winter, yeah.
Yeah, so I got there in January, which is really hardcore winter. And at that year, 2012, it was like minus 25 degrees. Like, because I think that was the coldest.
Was it?
I don't know. It was like minus 25 degrees. Snow everywhere and it's like freezing.
Welcome to Sweden.
I know. Did you guys ever see that show, Welcome to Sweden? I love that show. It's so true.
I feel like it's maybe like only funny if you've lived in Sweden.
Or if you date Swedish guys.
Yeah, because so much of it is so true.
You want to try something else?
I'll have another one of these.
Anyway,
guys, have you ever been to Cambodia? Let us know in the comments. What was your favorite part?
I think a lot of people, they go to Siem Reap, Cambodia, because that is where all the temples are, like, so cute.
Amazing temples.
Yeah, and then the other place that they would go is probably the capital city, Phnom Penh. But it's really big, it's so busy, traffic's really bad, so... And if you like party and stuff, people probably go to the capital city more because it's the big city. But in Siem Reap, just like Siem Reap is like pub street and stuff. But
there's a street named Pub Street. What does that tell you? It means people like to party.
Yeah, it's a lot of like club and stuff. But I think Siem Reap is kind of a little bit more relaxing. You know, you
Right.
just go during the day, you go to see the temples and stuff at night. Of course, young people, they come party and stuff. But in Phnom Penh, it's like everything's so stressful. The capital city, like especially traffic, it's like.
I had the opposite experience.
Oh, really?
Because probably being a foreigner, you stayed kind of close to the river side, and you can just walk from there to the market,
Mm-hmm.
and then along the shore of the Tonle Sap River is a nice walkway that's really pretty, and there's all kinds of shops and stuff there. There's some bars and stuff like that, but it's not, you know, crazy like Pub Street and Siem Reap.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Royal Palace, which is nearby, and it's really lovely. So, you know, whenever I've stayed there, I've always, you know, stayed in that area, and it's just really relaxing and nice. But I guess if you go around Phnom Penh, it can be kind of busy, but that's nothing compared to Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City is on a whole nother level of busy. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Imagine 9
I mean,
million motorbikes.
I don't like the traffic in Phnom Penh so much because it's too...
Breaking food.
I told you.
You're right. You're right.
But once you go to Vietnam, guys, the traffic is like 10 times worse than the capital cities.
Have fun crossing the street is all I have to say.
It's like they like a water flow or something.
Yeah.
Because like they like go all, and then when you try to cross, they like go like that around you.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a water flows. I'm like, I freak out first time I got to Ho Chi Minh City, but he wasn't because he lives there for a while, so he kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Me, it was my first time. I'm like, I couldn't go anywhere when I'm crossing the street because they seem driving really fast, but they really to stop any times.
And they're very maneuverable.
Yeah, they're really good at like sneaking around like snakes.
Yeah, and so like, yes, so the way you cross the street in Ho Chi Minh City is that you just go out into this river of motorbikes slowly, and you don't make any sudden movements. You don't try to dodge them. They will go around you as long as you move slowly. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying the first time you do it. But after you get the hang of it, you realize the motorbikes aren't going as fast as they seem. There's just so many of them. It's so chaotic that it seems like they're going fast. But I saw some motorbikes get into an accident, which actually happens much less than you would expect. But it happens sometimes. And it wasn't that bad. Like, they just bump each other, and then you go, oh, I guess they weren't going that fast. There's just so many of them that it seems so chaotic.
It's true.
But, yeah, if you're going to Ho Chi Minh City, I would look up how to cross the street before you go, just so you're mentally prepared for what it's like.
Well, some pack of them, they have the light that you can cross, the traffic lights. But most of them, people, they just cross the big...
Traffic lights are more of suggestions than rules.
Most people, when I went to visit him in Vietnam, in my own experience, I saw a lot of Vietnamese people. Sometimes they just cross the street. I mean, we do the same thing in Cambodia, but in Cambodia we don't have that many people on the street. I mean, like, it's kind of busy, but it's not like, you know, like feel like ants.
Yeah.
Those ants that just got out of the,
Yeah.
It's like they're everywhere, but surprisingly, because they are very ready to stop. Whenever you cross, they either stop or go around you.
Yeah, they easily turn on a
So
dime.
I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I think that's all we talked today.
We're done already?
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today, and then listen to our story, how we met and stuff, blah, blah, like that, and try our Cambodian snack together. And this is really traditional Cambodian snack. You see how annoyed my husband is. And then, anyway, have a good day, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned, and please don't forget to be happy. What? You have to tell people, please don't forget to be happy.
What do you have to tell them?
Well, at least remind them a little bit. You know, sometimes people just need to hurt a little bit.
Okay.
Don't forget to be happy, he said.
Oh, I forgot. Whoops.
Whoops. Okay.